Hey.
Let's go, Brandon.
Hey.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
You know what they say.
Hello everyone, it's Joel Davis with the United Medical Transportation Providers Group. You are thebroker.com and home care access. I'll be honest with you, this is not the video I was planning on making because I have so much stuff to go through, and I told you next time I'm in my office I'm going to put a great video together because there's so much. There's so many different things going on and things are absolutely crazy. But I'm going to put this one out here. Watch this entire video. I'm telling you, watch this entire video. I promise you, I'll try to be quick. This is absolutely incredible. I've seen a lot of blatant, brazen, just in your face attitude, posture from brokers to providers, but this one is right up there. Like, this one either takes the cake or it's right up there. Now I'm going to ease into this. Watch this whole thing because it's going to build, and bam, this is beautiful. So, let me do a couple of quick, let's do a quick admin thing real quick. Let me go over to my notes. Couple of quick admin things, unrelated to what I'm about to go through with the broker. I mentioned this in previous newsletter. I think I talked about it in one of my previous videos. Only transport someone who's assisted ambulatory, who's wheelchair or stretcher. That's it. Ambulatory, wheelchair, legitimate manufacturer, come off the assembly line wheelchair, or stretcher, gurney stretcher. If you're in Cali loves calling them gurneys. Most places call them stretcher. Only transport if they're in a stretcher. You know it's a stretcher. It's coming off the assembly line as a stretcher. Do not continue to use any other piece of equipment that's quasi in between. I don't know. Is it a wheelchair? Yeah, but it does this. Is it a stretcher? Well, I don't know. It does this. I'm going to be very careful with my words because I have to be careful because there's going to be serious litigation going out here, and I got to be very careful. I talked about this before. There was an incident and there was an accident where someone was using one of these pieces of equipment. Again, you read between the lines. I'm not saying names, anything like that, because I got to be careful of what I say. But the insurance company said, no, we're not liable for this. That's not a wheelchair. Do not think that. Again, I know if you go to the group chats and listen to the White Walker advisors and all the nonsense, say it's all happy, jazzy, feel good fluff. No. This is a serious situation now because the insurance company bailed on this provider who's going to be left holding the bag in an awfully big way, which means this is going to lead to other ancillary issues because the insurance company said, no, that's not our issue. That's not a wheelchair. Yeah, but it looks like it because it does this. Oh, no, it's not a wheelchair. That doesn't come off. That is not a licensed, authorized wheelchair because I don't care how well crash tested this thing is, whatever. That's not what we insure. So I'm telling you, I don't care how much you spent. I don't care how many you got. You better ditch them. I'm not naming names. I'm not going to be any more specific. I got to be very careful what I say. All I'm telling you is be very, very careful. Ambulatory, legitimate wheelchair, legitimate stretcher / gurney. That's it. Anything that does all these magical tricks and all this kind of stuff, I don't care what these crash tested dummy ratings are, this is that. Read between the lines. Don't put yourself out like that because, again, I talked about this in the previous video. But, man, there's so much stuff. I'm not going to have time to go through this. So I'm going to focus. I got to focus on this broker stuff. But that's just a key point. Ambulatory, wheelchair, gurney. That's it. Now, man, there's so many good things. I got to do this when I come back. I'm going to be back. I got to go on a trip tomorrow. I'll be gone for a week, full week. I'll be back. Maybe I could do something then. Maybe I'll have to shoot some from the road. I don't know. So many good things out there. So many good things going on. Crazy, 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 but good things. All right, let me dive into this good stuff here. All right, I'm going to ease you into this. Here's a little oomph. This just demonstrates that brokers, all you are to them is a data point. Data, statistics, that's it. All you are is a data point. So when you think, I got a great relationship with Ralph. Ralph don't care. You're a data point. You could be operating in, pick the state. Let's say you're in New Jersey. I guarantee Ralph is in Missouri. He knows nothing about your market, New Jersey. You're a data point. So you got to be honest. All right, this is this is just to set the stage, okay? And then this isn't a big deal, but just watch. This is to one of my client providers. Love this guy. Worked with him for many years. Keeps me on retainer. We do a lot of good things together. This is from Safe Ride. Safe Ride. Many of you guys I'm working with are doing Safe Ride, okay? Greetings. This report will review your stats from April 10 to 15. If, quote, percent on time is blank, this indicates that your timestamps are being entered incorrectly or not at all. Bold letters now. For awareness, we are starting to track confirmation rate and kickbacks much more closely. SafeRide expects 95% confirmation rate as outlined in the contract. With 99% of those confirmed rides being fulfilled. Pay attention to these numbers because it's funny how these are universal numbers with so many different transportation providers. Go check your contracts. SafeRide expects a 95% confirmation rate as outlined in the contract, with 99% of those confirmed rides being fulfilled. Last minute kickbacks, especially rides that are confirmed and later unconfirmed, cause immense pressure on the network, because the network is the most important thing, not you and your bottom line, the network. As we continue to track these volume reductions, will be the remedial, oh boy, here we go, remedial action taken if any provider is a frequent offender. Please use this data as a check-in of how your company is performing and make adjustments when necessary. Don't forget to update any incomplete rides. If there are any questions about these metrics, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help. And here is the comparison. Okay, here's my client provider. His fulfillment rate is 98.18. That's just outside the 99% strike zone. His on time, oh boy, his on time is supposed to be 95%. He's at 86.54. It just so happens that my client provider, let's see. Safe Ride is far and away not his only source of income, but it's got to be Safe Ride. Let's see. Ride confirmation rate 58.82 versus the 95 expected. It's got to be 95 because it's all about their network, not your business model, not all your direct pay work, not all your private pay work, not all your contracts and service agreement. None of that. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The network. All right, now look, that's just a little warm up here. That's just to let you know. Okay, we're warming up. We're stretching out. Okay. Now this one, when my client provider, again, love this dude, he sent it to me, and I really thought, I'm like, all right, did you edit this? Did you edit this to me when you sent it? He sent it to me, at least I got it, I don't know when he sent it to me, but I got it later on at night, and I get it, and I'm like, wait a minute, did he? So I sent him a couple emails back and forth, we started to exchange late at night. He's like, dude, I didn't edit any of that. Well, sure enough, he didn't edit it, because then we got two other client providers who sent us the exact same thing. So we got 3 people who sent us the same thing, so you know that's the tip of the iceberg, that access to care. This is access to care now. Access to care. I sent this out to a bunch of different providers. Maybe all of you, I don't know. This is absolutely flipping incredible. Greetings! Access to Care has been diligently working these past few months on assigning each and every one of our dialysis members to you, our preferred provider. That's so awesome. I'm a preferred provider. This has necessitated several changes to our operating procedures and required we reassign some members to a different transportation provider altogether. But wait a minute, I'm preferred. I'm a preferred provider. You just said it. So why are you taking people away from me? I'm a preferred provider. Why are you taking people away from me? You just, okay, so give with the left, take with the right. So they're going to start reassigning. In some cases, we have removed dialysis members from your providers completely. The reasons are many, but primarily related to the quality of their service. Wait a minute. Are you questioning my level of quality service when I'm a preferred provider? The reasons are many, but primarily related to the quality of their services to the members we assign them to. We were forced to take this action and did so because the performance of the assigned transportation provider resulted in dissatisfaction, risk to the member's health, and multiple service failures for the member. It is our responsibility together to ensure members receive the transportation they so urgently need. Dialysis is a medical procedure, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we all know that. These members require a commitment from you, consistent, reliable, exceptional. Of course, we all know that. All feel good fluff, great. Whatevs. Tell me something I don't already know. I'm a preferred provider. Like, I don't already know this. Why are you treating me like a little kid? You're giving me elementary nonsense. These members we are entrusting to you are the most fragile, most at risk. Of course they are. We know this. Let's skip down a little bit. For these reasons, we are outlining specific requirements, expectations for treatments, transport, and the care of the members. Failure to successfully achieve these expectations will include, at a minimum, forfeiture of the members' future transports, and additionally, may include revocation of all dialysis members assigned to you. Think about that right there. Now this just came to me. I got to make sure I remember that. Hold on, making a quick note. All right, I got to make sure I show you this email. This just came to me. I'm going to make sure I find that email. Before we go off this video, I got to make sure I show you that email too. Okay, so I'm a preferred provider. You are already threatening me that you're taking people away. Then you're giving me an elementary education lesson. And this is just building. Trust me, this gets much worse. Just stand by. Let's see. So I risk revocation of all dialysis members. And again, everybody watching this, all of you know I love dialysis patients for the obvious reasons. They go 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Once in a blue moon, you'll get someone who goes 4 times. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And those are all round trips. So that's huge. All right. Let's see, we can't stress enough the importance of these members and the trips you are accepting. This continues. The requirements, expectations for managing your assigned dialysis members are as follows. You accept responsibility for the members' transport in full. Well, we always do. I mean, I'm preferred. You call me a preferred provider. Yeah, okay, whatevs. There will be no rejection or returns of these trips ever. Underlined, italicized, bold, colored, red. No rejections or returns ever. So what if there's an emergency? What if there's I'm driving down the street and I get the call that my mother died and I can't make it? Is that, where am I at with that? What if there's a natural disaster? Where am I at with all this? What if everyone calls in sick? What is it? I love it when you talk down to me. You, access to care. I love it when you talk down to me. It turns me on. It turns me on. I get, oh man, ooh, I'm starting to get warm and fuzzy. You talk to me, baby. Ooh. The member will be your priority above all other trips. Really? Well, dude, folks, think this thing through. I promise you. And stay tuned, watch this whole thing. Regardless of how much I ramble, how obnoxious I get in this video, trust me, keep watching because it's going to blow your mind when I show you. You're going to know when I show you this because it's going to blow your mind. Keep this in mind. Access to care. I guarantee you access to care is not your highest payer. I guarantee you access to care, Safe Ride, Motive Care, Southeast Trans, you name it. I guarantee they're not your highest payer. The member will be your priority above all other trips. No, sorry. You know what my highest paid trip is? Color green. If you're not paying me real money, sorry, it's not. You're not my top priority. The appointment, chair time, will not be missed, underline, in favor of accommodating any other member trip ever. Ever. Sorry, bro. You ain't my daddy. You ain't my daddy, access to care. I'm sorry, I apologize. You ain't my daddy. You will not accept trips that conflict with or interrupt the timely, safe transportation of dialysis members to or from appointments. Dude, you ain't my daddy. What part of that do you not understand? Folks, I know you get offended because I get all animated about this stuff, but you have no idea the stuff that we see because we work with so many different people around the country. It's just incredible. Again, keep watching because I'm gonna blow your mind here in a minute. Because when I show you this in a few minutes, not only, I guarantee it's going to blow your mind because it blew my mind. So just stay tuned. Keep all of this. This is all necessary to see all this. You will accept every underlined, italicized, bold, slanted, red, every trip for the member for the 90-day extension without fail. Because I'm yo daddy. Access to care extends each member's dialysis trip 9 days at a time. Access to care will accept 9-day extensions on your behalf. Oh, thank you so much. Notice how they changed the color to blue? Because blue is a warming, soothing color. Before, when they were yelling at you with their finger in your face, it was color red, but now it's blue. Because they're accepting it on our behalf. Psychological, psych ops here, folks. With explicit, implicit approval for your designation as a preferred provider. Folks, seriously, stay with me on this. Do you understand how laughable this is? When they're up in your face telling you that I am your daddy, it's literally color red. When they're talking about they're befriending you, it's all of a sudden color blue. Folks, I cannot stress this to you enough. This is just a side point. This is psychological. It's psychological abuse because that's a psychological tactic 101. Anybody who understands marketing 101, blue is a soothing and welcoming color. That is psychological operation 101. When I tell you that back in the day, a former executive from Logisticare told me about a lot of their strategies they use of how they do things behind the scenes to not only motivate their employees, but how they manipulate the transportation providers. Folks, this is on par with that. Literally changing the colors when they're up in your face yelling at you red to now a soothing color blue when they're trying to ingratiate. We're doing it on your behalf. We're your benefactor. You're a preferred provider. We're your benefactor. I'm telling you, that's psychological. And it's psychological freaking abuse of how they treat these transportation providers. I'll continue. Transporting a dialysis member means you have committed to the safety and well-being of the member. Service level performance. Watch, pay attention. On-time performance of 95% or better for every transport. Where did we see that number before 95? Everybody, I don't care what broker you're using, check your contracts. They're all the same percentages. You're telling me this ain't collusion? This is straight up Russian collusion.
Russia! Russia!
Let's see, where am I here? 0 missed trips, no exceptions. 0 missed trips, no exceptions. Underline, italicized, bold letters, colored red, on the slant with the yellow highlight. All up in your face. Look, access to care. Take the double barrel shotgun, take it, put it all up in your face, floss your teeth with it up and down, get those chiclets all up in your face. I'm trying to be a better man. I'm trying to be a good Christian, but access to care, you bring it out of me. You're bringing it out of me. Complaints. The goal is 0. However, you must achieve a 0.5. 0.5. 0.5%. Where do we see that number before? You must achieve 0.5 or fewer complaints. 0.5. It's incredible. It's incredible. You and your drivers will follow all policy, procedures, and requirements to ensure the member is transported without incident. Includes The proper use of wheelchair restraints includes providing any assistance that the member may need to enter or exit the vehicle. You will communicate with access to care when anything, because I'm your daddy, that is not routine occurs. This includes a change in the member's appointment, changes in address, phone number, blah, 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 blah. All right, let me go to the next one. Let's see. This is continuing on. Any dialysis member not transported successfully meeting quality on-time performance complaints no greater than 0.5 of all dialysis trips per month will result in the loss of that member. I want you to ask yourself, how do you manage a business that you don't even control? You don't even control. You don't even control the customers. Oh, that's right, because they're not your customers. Again, I know in all the group chats, I know all the warm and fuzzies, I know all the White Walker advisors, I know all the operators who are driving and bragging about their business at happy hour, but they're still driving, but they're writing books in between their trips. They're trying to host seminars, talk about how successful they are in driving people. Not stacking chips, becoming multimillionaires. I'm talking about driving people. I'm writing books on how to drive and how to be successful. I know it's all warm and fuzzy. No one wants to talk about this type of stuff. Oh, this is how we sign up with the brokers. Oh, it's just easy. Oh, here's MotiveCare's number. Oh, just give them a call. Sign up in their network. This is abuse 101. You can't... How do you build a business as an entrepreneur? This is risky to me. This is risky to me. You don't know how many trips you're going to get in one day. You don't know how many trips you're going to get in one day. Are they going to give it to you? Are they going to bless you with it? They're going to bestow upon you a great enough? Are they going to give them to someone else who's doing them at a cheaper rate? Wait till I show you some things here. Severity of failures have escalating consequences. You will lose the member's future transports for all future trips if you no-show a trip or are negligent with your responsibility. Now here's where they kind of back up a little bit. You may. Now previous sentence, you will. You'll do as you're told because daddy says so. Now we're at, you may. You may lose all dialysis members from your roster for all future trips if there are multiple failures. We just got a may out of that because what they're saying is if I'm desperate, if access to care, if we get desperate and we can't fulfill it, well, we're not going to be that crazy. We're not going to be that bold. We're not going to threaten you with all that because if we're desperate, we're still going to use you. You may lose overall trip volume if warranted. Again, how do you build a business where you're threatened with losing it all from some third party over here? How do you build a business like that? I'll never understand. For those failing multiple members, we may suspend or terminate your contract. In addition to these requirements, expectations for dialysis members, basic service level expectations remain on time performance 95%, less than 0.5, blah, blah, blah. We went through all that. We recognize there are always circumstances that may interrupt or interfere with your duty. It's your duty to manage the member's transport if you decide you are not willing to sign up for these expectations, or at any time during the assignment you wish to terminate your preferred provider. Notice again, preferred provider is in blue. We will gladly take the member or members off your roster and reassign them to another transportation provider. However, we require you transport the member until arrangements for a new provider. So I suck. Well, first of all, I went from being a preferred provider to now you're telling me I suck. So while you work to take them away and reassign them, oh, you still want me to be your BITCH. So I went from preferred provider to I was late, I missed something, we had an accident, guy didn't show up, whatever the issue was, an oversight, whatever, to I've lost my preferred provider status to I suck, you're going to take all my people away. But while you work to transition, I got to keep sucking and be your BITCH. Makes total sense. However, we require you transport the member until arrangements for a new provider to accept the member's transports are completed and a successful handoff has been achieved. It is inexcusable to return trips without appropriate failure. That reminds me of something else I got to make sure I mention. I'm trying to be fast, people. I apologize. I'm trying to be fast, but I'm trying to be fast because I got to bounce. So that's two things I got to remember to tell you. Now we're back to our blue letters. Our blue letters. We believe strongly in our partnership with you. I just berated you like a little bitch. And I said, look, your ASS is staying on this plantation. And you ain't leaving this plantation. And if you screw up and you don't perform good enough, you're going to stay on this plantation until I can replace you. So you just talk to me like that. In your red colors, italicized, underlined, on a slant, yellow highlight. You just talk to me like that. But now we're back to our calming blue colors. We're back to our calming blue colors. We believe strongly in our partnership with you and are excited to start this journey. My provider has been working with them for how long? And you send out this stupid mass email? We're excited to start this journey. We know the member's assignment to your roster represent a stable, reliable, and predictable revenue stream for your operation. ASS HOLE. You just flippin' berated me like a little bitch. And now you have the audacity to not only call me a preferred provider, then berate me. You tell me that you know that I represent a stable, reliable, and predictable revenue stream for your operation. Folks, do you not see the psychological abuse that's here? Do you not see how anyone does not understand what's happening here? This is some bipolar psych ops that is just, whoever authored this should be in an insane asylum. This is what you call a strategic partnership? The importance of ongoing guaranteed revenue this represents provides a beneficial foundation for building your transportation schedules. Dude, it's effing bipolar. Oh, whoa, we're back to red now. To encourage compliance and meet expectations for those transportation providers demonstrating best of class performance. Best of class performance. Access to Care will establish your business as elite. Oh my, how can I do it? Please, Master Access to Care. Please, Master Access to Care, tell me, how can I elevate from preferred to elite preferred? How do I get there? Whereby Access to Care will work directly with you to support additional vehicles and drivers. Help you grow your business. Let me further. Oh, please, Master Access to Care. Show me how to be a better sharecropper. Let me sharecrop for you. Please, Master Access to Care. Show me how I can perform better and be a better sharecropper for you. Wait until I show you the next stuff here. It's going to blow your mind. State Texas, blah blah blah. If you have any questions or if you have any questions or wish to discuss the designation of a preferred provider or elite preferred provider, what this means, contact. Oh man. Now, mind you, the author of this letter is in the state of Texas. Two of the people who sent this to me are from Cali. So you're gonna tell me this guy in Texas knows anything about the market dynamics of Cali? So one of these guys is in a very urban area, so you know he's being stuck in traffic. You know he has rush hour traffic in the morning, afternoon, at night. You know he's stuck in traffic. You think Yahoo in Texas has any comprehension thereof? No, because all you are is a data point. That's all you are. Here's what the numbers say. All right. So I'm driving. This is when I was driving back to the People's Republic in New York. Dawn calls me and says, "Dude, let me read you what Ben's numbers are." Now this dude, I'm gonna share an email exchange with this guy Ben. I'd love to say his last name because if you say his first and last name together and you say it the right way, he sounds like an absolute 007 agent, spy, pimp, hustler. But I gotta protect his name. If I wasn't showing this email, I'd say his name because he's a pimp. But I can't. But this is so flippin' delish. So everything I just told you is the pretext, the backdrop to what you're gonna see here. Okay. So he said. So he just went and purchased the He just went and purchased the DVD series for home care access. Okay. First email exchange. So Dawn sends him an email. Hello, Ben. Thank you and congratulations on your investment in the Home Care Access DVD series. This is a great and exciting opportunity for you and your business. Your order is scheduled to ship priority mail, U.S. Postal Service. Can you please confirm your shipping address? We'll provide you a tracking number, blah, 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 blah. Stay with me. This is going somewheres. Hi, Don. Address is as follows, blank, blank, blank. This will be a new adventure for me. I'm going to be starting from scratch. I'll be studying the material all the way through because before I set up the one-on-one for the home care. I'm going to tell you, I'm convinced that I will learn what's needed given I did the same steps before starting the NEMT, because that's exactly what we did. This guy, ebook, the market analysis, the DVDs, the one-on-one, all that stuff. UMTBG member for a million years, all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to tell you, I'm convinced that I will learn what's needed given I did the same steps before starting the NEMT, studied all the material provided by your outfit, watched all the videos, did research on local market, etc. Like Dan told me, you took the long road before pulling the trigger. That's what works best for my learning method. Cool. Cool. I have to understand it completely and have it in my mind that I can do it and will make it happen. Oh, keep watching. So it will be a bit before I reach back to get things set up, doing his one-on-one for the home care. But I'm excited about it, to say the least. I've been thinking about it for some time, and first baby steps. Laugh out loud. Okay? Dawn responds. Again, I don't know about any of this stuff. I'm driving. That is outstanding news, Ben. Thank you for sharing the insight, and I am so glad to hear that Joel, his material, Dan, and everyone's help has been able to help you with your NEMT business. Needless to say, I am equally confident you will find the same results when you start working with Marty and Ginny. That's with the Home Care Access. We have yet to hear a bad review or feedback from anyone. You will find that they bend over backwards for you and helping you with the application, licensing, and credentialing process. They will be instrumental to get your home care agency launched. When you are ready to move forward, send us an email at support@homecareaccess.com and reference today's date, the date you purchased the DVD, so we can send you custom invoice for one-on-one coaching that features the credit for your purchase of the DVDs. Again, stick with me. Thank you again. Thank you for confirming your shipping address. As always, let us know if you need anything, etc., etc. Again, this is all setting the stage, his backstory, so you can understand where this guy's coming from. This little pimp hustler, OG gangster thug. Love him. Ben replies to Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. I want to share this with you as proof UMTPG methods work. So things are looking up. 2 vans, 2 drivers, wheelchair and stretcher only. Just purchased 3rd van, and it hasn't come into account yet. Working radius of 20 miles. And I think he said he was doing. I think he said he was doing 10 to 15,000 a week. 2 vehicles. Let's say low end. 2 vehicles, 2 drivers, 10,000 a week he's doing. Oh, how's that possible? Oh, hold on, stand by. 20-mile radius, doing 10 to 15,000. So let's say he gets crazy and does 15,000 in a week. Let's say he did that every single week. Boom. How much is that in a month? 60. Is he getting rich off that? No, but dude, 2 vehicles, 2 drivers. So let's say everything's low end. Let's say it's low end, 10 grand. Doesn't even have his 3rd vehicle on the road yet. Just got it. Another full-size van. Hasn't used it yet. We'll continue. Dawn says, that is so awesome, Ben. Congratulations. What type of revenue are you generating in the margins? Thank you. Margin is 60% plus without doing exact numbers. What you see in the P&L, because he sent some attachments, margin is 60% plus. You think you're getting 60% margin with access to care, who treats you like that? Or Safe Ride, who talks to you like, you really think you're going to get 60% with that? Okay, keep watching. Margin is 60% plus without doing exact numbers. What you see in the P&L is what I generate, not taking into account cash paying customers, which you know. So dude, read between the lines on that. He sent some numbers. The guy can't be more explicit. Margin is 60% plus without doing exact numbers. What you see in the P&L is what I generate, not taking into account cash paying customers, which, you know. I input everything and categorize daily, so it's pretty accurate, but on a weekly basis, it varies depending on what type of services we do. I included what my rates are. Wait till you see this. I included what my rates are, and facilities are paying without hesitation. Now you see why my sales are so high in value and not much work in exchange. Dude, wait, will you please stay tuned? Take everything into consideration, this entire rant, to get to this point. Again, I don't even know this is going on. He sends all this stuff to Dawn. Dawn's looking through it. Oh, that's great. She says. So Dawn responds again. Wow, congratulations again, Ben. I think the next step is to sign up with the Motive Care. All a joke here. I think the next step is to sign. This is after Dawn looked at his stuff, whatever he had sent. Wow, congratulations again, Ben. I think the next step is to sign up with Motive Care or the broker of your choice so you can squeeze the margin down closer to 10%. Obvious joke. That way you can increase your stress while struggling to make ends meet, all the while wrecking your vans. Oh, but if you add more vehicles, it will somehow work out in the end. Laugh out loud. Obviously, I am joking, but not really. You would be amazed at the insanity I see. Well, SOB, after everything I just read to you, could it be any more relevant what Dawn is saying here? Easily the most common question we receive is Joel Davis real? We do. We get that every day, constantly, all day. Is this guy real or is he just a scammer? Okay, if I'm a scammer, like we're going to say, oh, no, he's a scammer. Give me a break. Easily the most common question we receive is Joel Davis real? Followed by a close second of, does his system really work? You are living proof that it does. I'm going to share your update with Joel. I know he'll be very pleased. I was Big Ben. I almost said your last name because I want to say it like a pimp, but I ain't. I almost said your name here because I'm more than pleased. I couldn't believe it when she told me that number. I was driving late at night and she calls me and tells me the number here. Wait, oh, stand by. I'm going to get there in a second. Ben responds to Dawn. Laugh my ASS off. Not a chance. I know roughly what they're paying up this way. And I tell you, I laugh. They have tried to reach out, but I don't even bother. Ben, you need to sign up with Access to Care. You need to sign up with Safe Ride. I can just imagine the crap that's out there. Facilities are always calling me to do their Medicaid residents, as the regular fly-by-nights don't even show up. Exactly! This is everywhere! People are waiting 4 hours. I'm not even telling you. Folks, I don't even have time to go into the other one. Oh my goodness, there's so much deliciousness out there. I'm just shutting up. I gotta stay focused. They have to pay, they have to pay my rate or no trip. Dude, what are you saying? What are you saying? This is not how we talk in group chats. This is not how we talk on Facebook group chats where everyone just, you know, massages each other's necks and warms and rubs and massages their ASSs and tells everyone how good they are. This is what I'm doing at happy hour. This is hold my beer while I go do my next trip. They don't have a choice but to pay. It's crazy. Please do not share, or please do share, and obviously too many blind or closed-minded people who don't see the value on the information given by you guys, but us that do see and value get the best, and we don't waste time trying to figure out the process. It's all served on a plate for you. Again, invaluable info. I'm going to read that again because I botched a little bit, but this is phenomenal. This is Ben. Wait till you see this in a second. Please do share, and obviously too many blind and closed-minded people out there, everyone who's signing up with Access to Care and Safe Ride, and all you White Walkers, listen to your White Walker advisors who won't talk about the hard stuff, who won't make hard decisions, who just, like lapdogs, oh yes, Master Access to Care, get me involved in your sharecropper, let me join your plantation. Okay, here we go. please do share. And obviously, too many blind and closed-minded people who don't see the value and the information given by you guys, but but us that do see and value get the best, and we don't waste time trying to figure out the process. It's all served on a plate for you. Again, invaluable info. Well, Ben, we're going to see how valuable it is in a second. Dawn simply replies, thank you so much for sharing and reinforcing what works, Ben. Congratulations again. Okay, so you ready to see what this cat does? I'm not sharing any P&Ls or anything like that. Let me show you what this cat does. Boom. Here are his rates. Here are his rates. You want to come out of the gate pickup? You want to come out of the gate pickup ambulatory? 65 bones. Wheelchair 105. What? Stretcher 500? Stretcher 500. Look at the mileage. Look at the mileage. 6 bones. 6 bones loaded, 3 bones unloaded. Wait time. This cat is charging more than $1 a minute. 62.5. Assist fees. I mean, folks, do you think this is even feasible? I gotta start going. I gotta make sure I mention a couple things here. I gotta navigate to some emails because I gotta find it. Do you think that my man Ben here would ever put himself in a position to even receive a flippin' letter like that from Access to Care? I mean, my God, it's incredible to be talked down. You think Ben is talked down to like that? That's impossible. He can't make $15,000 a week with 2 vehicles, and that's 2 drivers, 2 vehicles, him and someone else, and now he has a 3rd vehicle not even on the road yet. So what does that mean, Ben? What does that mean? Does that mean you're going to make $20,000? Does that mean you're going to make $20,000 a week off 3 vehicles? What are you telling me, Ben? Or does that mean you're going to make 25? What are you telling me, Ben? Ben, you better consider Access to Care. They're a viable option. Very, very reliable, Ben. Very reliable. Dude, let me see if I can find something. Now, while I look for this one email, let me make this abundantly clear to all of you. Do not, I've said this before a long time ago, because my client provider knew better, did it anyways, and I told him not to, but hey, what do I know? Amazing. You got something like Ben, follows the gospel. Follows the gospel, and I'm not talking about just the Almighty Jesus. I'm talking about he listens to what we talk about, what we preach here at UMTPG, all kind of good stuff. But follows it to a T. Boom! But do not, under any circumstances, do any work, and I never say, and I'm big on not saying names for certain things, but do not do any work for CareCar. That's one of the notes I just made. Do not do any work for CareCar. I've talked about them in the past because they will book you up for thousands of dollars. I don't know how they do it. And until there's a class action lawsuit and everyone comes in on them, I don't understand how so many people should continue to fall for this. Do not do any work for CareCar. But Motive Care sucks. Access to Care sucks. Safe Ride sucks. They all suck. Okay. But a lot of those, at least they'll pay. Now they're going to try to nickel and dime you along the way. CareCar is notorious. They'll rack up a $6,000, $8,000. I've seen a $10,000 account receivables where they don't pay anything. So I got a new client provider, or he's not a new client provider, but he recently, I've been working with him for a couple of years, but he started using CareCar recently. They racked up he got off easy. He got off easy, only $3,000. At least they paid him $250. They paid him $250. But now they're not paying the other 2,750 bones. They're not paying that. Don't even respond. Do not do any work for CareCar. Now, think about everything I just talked about with Access to Care, Safe Ride, all this kind of stuff. So Dan sent this over, and this is from someone who sent us a message, very simple message. He said, I am interested to hear offers to sell my NEMT business in blank state. 13 subcontracted drivers and operating with major brokers. Folks, you just heard how Access to Care talks to a safe ride, and they're all the same. The numbers are all the same. Rush and collusion. They're all the same from all of them. You just heard that. This guy said, "Hello, Dan. I am interested to hear offers to sell my NEMT business in blank state. 13 subcontracted drivers operating with major brokers." Let me ask you this, folks. Would you buy a business that you have no customers? Oh, I have customers. Look at all the trips we perform. You don't have customers. Those are not your customers. How many times have I said before? How many times have I said before? Those clients are not yours. Brokers are toll booth operators. They're the gatekeepers. They could turn the spigot on. They could turn the spigot off. They control everything. So you work with all major brokers in your state, and you have, I already went off to another email, you have what, 13, 15 independent contractors? And if you're using independent contractors, I got to believe that they're all ambulatory. So your entire revenue, you have no customers. You think they're your customers? Go try to pick them up and not get and tell logistic crap that you're transporting somewhere. See if they're going to pay for it. They won't. They won't. You have no access to them. Can you sell a business that you have no customers? No. No. Dan responded, "Hello. Thank you for contacting us. You will be hard-pressed to find a buyer with only broker work and contractors. A serious buyer with cash in hand will be looking for assets and cash flow they can control. Broker work is too volatile." You think? Broker work is too volatile. You really want to build direct pay contracts and sources of revenue. Thank you. Best wishes, Daniel and Murphy. Very good response by Dan. You tell me right now, if I'm a buyer, do I want to go buy Ben's business that has 2 vehicles, now 3, soon he'll have the third one operational, but he has 2 vehicles with 60% margin doing low end $10,000 a week to $15,000 a week. Let's get crazy and call it 12.5. Right down the middle, let's say he's doing 12.5 a month. Would you rather buy that business? Or would you rather buy a business here where this guy said, I'm interested to hear offers to sell my NEMT business in blank state with 13 subcontracted drivers operating with a major broker. What business do you really have? Show me your accounts. Oh, well, I work with major brokers. Really? Did you see the volatility that we just went through? You tell me what prospective buyer wants to buy a business that is going to receive letters like that, and just like that, you could lose it all. Just like that, you could lose it all. At their discretion, at their whim. You don't do it their way like Big Daddy says, just like that, you could lose your entire business. Which business would you rather own? Folks, it's obvious. It's obvious. I mean, you got Ben who's doing $500 stretches. I swear, I mean, if I was sitting down, not in my car, I would have fallen off my seat if I wasn't driving when Don told me this. That's what did you say? I started laughing. I said, get the F out of here. She said, no, I'm dead serious. I'm reading it right now. And she starts reading me those numbers. Dan, you are the mofo man diesel, bro. You are the man. I think the highest up until Ben. I mean, this dude's doing $500 stretchers as NEMT. That is so deliciously criminal. I flippin' love it. I think my highest client provider right now, up until Ben, was I think $325 stretchers. Ben's doing $500 stretchers. Ben, you're the freaking Mandingo, bro. Ben, you know what I'm gonna do, Ben? I'm serious. This is a dead serious offer, Ben. I'm gonna get one of my camera guys. I'm gonna come up and we're gonna do an interview. Because Ben, dude, you got bigger balls than I do, Ben. And so I gotta come learn from you because you're doing $500 NEMT stretchers. I know you all think I'm crazy because I'm laughing, but it's so flippin' delicious when you look at the backdrop. of access to care. You think access to care is paying 1/4 of that? I mean, bro, people, put things in the proper perspective. Look at Ben's business and his rates compared to anything. I mean, it's just so. Wait until I show you. When I show you, as soon as this other, I got a couple of them in the works. So delicious. I got some big wins, man. We got some big wins with some other client providers, but I'm waiting to close a couple of things here and all this kind of stuff. Wait until I share that stuff. But even then, as good and delicious as those numbers are, and they're going to be big wins because we totally own these flipping brokers. We totally own these flipping brokers. Wait until you see these big wins, but they can't hold a candle to Ben. This is just absolutely delicious. So, anyways, folks, I apologize for running long, but I got to bounce. I got a big trip tomorrow. I'm going to be gone all week. Oh, man. I got to parlay business into pleasure and pleasure into business because that's just how I do. So, it's so delicious. Anyways, I apologize for going off on a rant, even though I don't. But I trust and I hope and I pray that you guys learn. I'm dead serious. And folks, there's so many crazy things happening in the world. There's so many crazy things happening. But at the same time, they're so delicious. So delicious. So delish. If you're serious about moving forward and you want to build a real and serious business, whether it's the home care, the NEMT, your broker business, I mean, there's so many, man, there's just so many incredible things. If you're serious, reach out to us, let us know. We'll do what we can to help. As long as you're serious. We're not wasting our time with this freebie nonsense and all these. We're not acting like brokers here. We're not acting like access to care nonsense. We don't waste our time with that BS. So, anyway, stay tuned, folks. I gotta go. So stay tuned. When you do, I'll see you at the top.